Good evening, Wizzy Boys, and welcome back to my channel. I think about 2 weeks ago or so, we got to see a photo of Fang Rochelle. It was just a back view of her, and as of today, all of her stock photos have been posted on Mattel Creations, and Mattel has announced her to be releasing this Friday, April 14th. She's $90. So, let's get into it. So, Rochelle won the Fang vote. If you don't remember what the Fang vote was, it was a competition that was held on Mattel Creations where we would vote between 3 characters, which were Venus, Rochelle, and Rebecca, to see who would get a new collector doll. Rochelle won because she's pink. This photo was posted by Mattel today on the Monster High Instagram page to promote the doll, and they announced that she'll be releasing on Friday. So, if you guys don't know how Mattel Creations drops works, this one is not locked behind the membership the way Goyle was. This one is just going to be available to everyone. And she costs a grand total of $90. So, the Haute Couture dolls were $75 each, which was high. It was a high price. But this is even higher. The only other times Mattel has ever charged $90 for a Monster High product was when it was a 2-pack. For instance, the Beetlejuice and Lydia 2-pack was $90. The Bride of Frankenstein 2-pack was $90. Charging that much for a single doll seems a bit ludicrous to me. It's just way too much. Like, let's look at the photos. The doll is nicely made. It's a very detailed dress. There's large plastic pieces going over the dress. She's very pretty. I'm not going to say she's not pretty. She's a very pretty doll. I just think that $90 is way too much. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Fang Vote brand that they're using. That's why they're charging that much. But personally, I don't think this doll is worth $90. She's very well made. The purse is super nice. It has a real detailed chain holding it together. Her shoes are very nicely made. They are translucent, but not as translucent as I was expecting them to be. She does seem to have some sort of leggings going on there. It looks cool. I don't know. Overall, the doll is pretty. I don't want this video to be too negative because I do think that the doll is pretty. She's well designed, they did a good job with her. She's pretty. I like the makeup that we chose for her. The black lipstick is pretty. The bangs look very gelled, but, you know, what can you expect? I still think that the choice of earrings with that headband looks a bit odd, just because it looks like they're attached to each other, even though they're not. Like, I guess you could say it looks better for that reason, but meh. I feel like instead of the headband, I would have rather her had bracelets or something, because the doll's arms look very bare. Although I guess it does help with the silhouette because she has a lot going on. Like, between the large mermaid dress, the big puffy sleeves, there's definitely a lot going on. You almost can barely see her wings behind. Well, you can see them. I wonder if it's a different mold. They look a bit different to me. This Rochelle is pretty. She looks nice, and it's great to have Rochelle back after so long because her last doll was sometime during the reboot. I think it was that party line that she was in with Abby, and I genuinely don't remember who the other character in that line was. I just know Abby and Rochelle were in it, and I don't remember who the third person was. But that's the last time we saw Rochelle. So it's been a long time. The last time we saw her was at least 2016 or 2017. So in 2023, Rochelle returns. It's nice to see her again. It's just not nice that she's $90. I'm sorry, I really can't get over that. I'm hoping it's some sort of error and she doesn't actually cost that much, but After Goyle was only $60, I thought Mattel was getting better about pricing their products, but I don't know. I guess not, because that's $90. Her speckled skin and gargoyle wings accentuate her Scarigen heritage. The Screamium Rochelle doll is brought to life with all the Fang-chosen extras. Cool. You want to put her on sale, maybe? So, as I mentioned, we do not yet have a photo of this doll in her box, and I would like to see what her packaging looks like, because I'm assuming it has to be something really nice looking to justify this price. I'm not saying that the doll isn't nice. Again, I really don't want you guys to misinterpret this as me, like, shitting on the doll. I think the doll is beautiful. She's well done. Her face is pretty. I do like the face. Some people are saying it's giving G2, but honestly, it's giving more G1 than G2 Rochelle is. Like, let me just pull up G2 Rochelle. Like, here's a proper comparison of G1 to G2 Rochelle. G2 Rochelle has pretty okay eyelashes, but her face structure is very different from the way this doll looks. She really looks more like a G1 doll than G2, so I really don't understand where the G2 comparison is coming from. It's night and day, G1 versus G2, and this doll does not look like G2 whatsoever. So, I don't know, I just feel like every time one of these new dolls is released, people say, oh, the face is giving G2. And the only one that I can see that criticism really working with is Frankie. Frankie definitely is giving G2 on Haute Couture, but here, again, I really don't think this doll looks like G2 at all, so I don't know why people are saying that. Overall, Rochelle looks cool. It's not a bad doll, she looks great, and the designers obviously put a lot of work into her. Like Rebecca Shipman, who designed this doll, did a great job on her. I like her. She's cool. Again, the purse is probably one of the coolest things about her. I don't think I ever said that. The purse is one of the coolest things about her. I really like it. The chain is very detailed. You can see a lot of, like, things sculpted into the metal, and it looks really cool. Sorry for being so vague. Like, I'm like, oh yes, the things in the metal. I don't know what those things are called, but it looks cool. Her hairstyle, I feel like the hairstyle is a bit plain, actually. I don't know. Like, the bangs are cool. The twists on the side are nice. I like that her hair is really long. I just feel a bit bored by it. Like, it's cute. And our other option for her hairstyle wasn't much better. I wasn't a big fan of that huge twist. But, I don't know. Rochelle usually has her hair down like this, so it's not like this is unusual for her or anything. But I feel like because this is the usual, it just feels a little underwhelming. It's pretty though. Her hair is nice and long, and the fact that it's down like this gives you the opportunity to style it however you want. So, yeah. Although you would have been able to do that anyway, no matter how she ended up looking. It's like how some people didn't like Haute Couture's side ponytail, Haute Couture Laguna's side ponytail, but you just obviously have the freedom to take that down and do whatever you want with it. It's the same way with this doll. Like, personally, I think the stock hairstyle is a bit boring, but again, you can do whatever you want with it to make it look better. As for the dress itself, there isn't a whole lot you can do, since, you know, the only way to change the style of it would be to cut it, which I personally wouldn't do. I don't like changing doll pieces, especially on collector dolls like this, but I do think a shorter dress would have gone better with this doll, especially since one of our choices had to do with her shoes. This doll has absolutely stunning shoes. I really like the ones that were chosen for her. It's just unfortunate that they're hidden behind the dress. I really feel like the silhouette of the dress was not taken into consideration while they were choosing the things for the doll, because like these shoes look great, but again, you can't see them like this. They're not visible. So I feel like she definitely should have had a shorter dress so that the actual shoes that we voted on could be visible. That's one of my main gripes with this doll, the mermaid dress. It hides so much of her. Obviously, the dress and the accessories going over it are things that we selected, like we chose her headband, we chose her makeup, and her hairstyle. Yeah, we chose her headband, her makeup, her earrings. I think we chose her purse, we chose her shoes, but we never got to choose the dress. I feel like choosing the dress is something that we should have had the option to do, because I can guarantee that no one would have voted for this mermaid dress. Again, I feel like this video is coming across as really negative, but I just don't like that the shoes that we voted for are hidden behind this dress that we didn't vote for. Again, though, that's just my opinion. If you guys like the dress, then I'm happy for you. Personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of it because, again, it hides the shoes. It's pretty, like, I think... Okay, I was talking to my girlfriend about this doll, and they were saying that one thing that they don't like about this doll is just how blue and pink she is, especially when you take basic Rochelle into account. Basic Rochelle only had pink in 2 parts of her outfit aside from her hair, lips, and eye color. And, of course, her makeup. Her socks, and on the emblem of her purse. The rest of the doll wore black and white, and it definitely made her feel a lot more balanced than this doll does. there's no white to be seen on her outfit, even though white is the main color that she wore before. Rochelle's entire outfit here was black and white, with silver accents on her skirt. Her skirt was silver. Here, though, it just feels like an explosion of color, which isn't a bad thing. But I do think that instead of making her dress entirely blue and pink like this, that they should have toned it down in some way. That way it would be like a tasteful nod to this original doll, her original basic doll, while also being something new and unique. Again, though, I don't have an issue with her doll primarily being blue and pink. With Rochelle's later releases, they did actually start leaning into the blue and pink rather than making her outfit fully black and white like this. But since these dolls are usually an elevated version of their basics, like in terms of haute couture, that's what the majority of the dolls are. I guess Goyle could be seen that way as well, but I guess Rochelle is a different category because she's a vote winner. So maybe that's why they went for something totally different. Maybe if we get another wave of haute couture and Rochelle gets another doll, we'll get something more aligned with this look. But I just feel like there's too much going on. Like, my girlfriend told me that they thought that there was too much going on, and I have to agree with her, you know? So, yeah, overall, I'm pretty mixed on this doll. I do like her. I think she's very well made and fabulous. And most likely, just because I'm a completionist collector, I will still be purchasing. I'm just disappointed in the price. $90 is definitely way too high. Since the beginning, since haute couture launched and was $75, people have been criticizing Mattel, saying that the price should be lower so that more fans can afford this. Because $75 per doll wasn't really sustainable. Haute couture had 5 dolls in it, and when you crunch the numbers, 75 times 5 is $375. So Rochelle being $90 really doesn't help. If this doll had been $75, fine. That's how much haute couture was. But the fact that she costs so much more is just upsetting, really. I think I'm gonna call it there. I really didn't want this video to be as negative as it was, because I do like the doll. I think she's cute. There's a couple things I would change, as I mentioned, but overall, she's a solid doll, and I'm glad to see Rochelle is back. Again, though, the price. But yeah, as always, I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. I like hearing what you guys have to say. What do you think of the doll? What do you think of the price? Will you be buying on Friday? Can you even afford it because the price is so high? I feel like it's important to be able to clarify whether or not this price is like affordable, because for most people it's not. $90 for a doll is just not affordable most of the time. That's just how it is. So yeah, as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you guys have to say. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, I hope to see you in my next video.